Hello and thank you for joining me for this week's Angel Oracle card reading for week commencing the 28th of May 2018. Nearly said 2017 then. We are flying through this year. And this week for our Oracle card reading we are using the Energy Oracle cards. And these are by Sandra Taylor. So if you like the feel of these cards and you want to check them out, then you know who they are by. So we're going to shuffle 3 cards for this week to symbolise the beginning, the middle and the end of the week and see what energies are working closely with us. This is a reading for the majority of our energies. So what's going on some level for all of us. So it's up to us to sort of read into this reading and apply that to our own lives. But if you would like to order your own personal reading where we can look into your situation and the energy surrounding you, then I will leave all those details in the description box down below this video. And we have an array of different readings, so I'm sure you'll find something that benefits you. So let's pull our cards. I think we are done shuffling now. So we have the beginning of the week, the middle of the week and the end of the week. Okay, so let's check out what card comes up for us for Monday and Tuesday's energy. So we have the card here is Envy. This is a very interesting card. On this picture we sort of have this priestess type figure, and she's almost in the darkness and she's looking into this room filled with light, and she has a sort of look on her face which I'm perceiving as a bit of a stern look, really. Envy. What does envy mean for us? Envy often means that we're looking at somebody else's life and we want what they have. Whereas jealousy is slightly different to envy. What jealousy is when we could look at somebody's life and wish they didn't have what they had because we feel jealous that they have it. Whereas envy is not so much as sending bad vibes to people. It's just about looking at other people's lives and wishing we had what they had, and it sort of can put a blockage in place there between us and that person. So for example, if our friend buys a new house but we're in a situation where we can't get a house, we may feel envious. It's not that we're not happy for them, but it's like a feeling of not having all that we want, and it's quite a low vibration to feel. It can be very upsetting. So at the start of the week, some of us, maybe even all of us, may experience this kind of envy. There are so many different types of envy. We can envy other people's careers, the way they look, their dress, their holidays, their homes, their relationships. All of us have things in our life that we want to improve on, and that is true. But at the same time, all of us have things in our lives as well that other people may be envious of, and we don't even realize that because we're maybe not cherishing what is in our life. And one of the cards that came up last week was the card Cherish. So again, leading on from that, it's just asking us to look at the things in our lives that we do have, keeping a note in a gratitude journal, just so that we raise that vibration of envy and move it into a space where it can be healed, so that we can treasure what we have, be happy for others, but we don't carry around that vibration of envy, because it can be a blockage to our own manifestations, to what we want to bring into our own lives. As we move into the middle of the week, we have the card comes up is Cornucopia. Now in this image there is an abundance of fruits and sparkles and there's fairies in this card and there's nature in this card, just abundance. This cornucopia is full of all of the great things that life has to offer. And really this could be a good sign for us. This could be a sign that abundance is coming our way. This could be monetary abundance, because there are some coins I think in this card as well, but it could also be an abundance of joy, happiness. Maybe there's news of engagement or wedding, maybe there's news of a birth or pregnancy within the family, something that gives us a warm fuzzy feeling inside and makes us feel abundant, makes us feel full. Maybe we just even have a wonderful meal in the middle of this week and we really savour it, and we get some new fruits in, and Northern Hemisphere moving into that summertime vibe. So that's a really positive card for us. The number on this card is number 11, which is known as a master number in numerology, really, especially working with the angelic realm. 11 is what we would call a master number. And really, 11 and number 1 in particular can be about leadership. So we may be taking control of our lives and really leading our lives in a positive direction. But the number 1 is also a number of new beginnings, of manifestation, of a fresh start. So if we have come to the end of a specific situation that's been causing us some kind of trouble, if we're seeing the number 1 or seeing the number 11, it's a real indication, it's a real clear sign that we are moving into a new phase in our lives. And as we move into the end of the week, we have the card Action. And there's a black and white horse in this card, the sort of racing forwards. There's a lot of symbolism, I feel, within this card. Simply, in one sense, action. We've got to take some action steps. If we want to change our lives in some way, we've got to change something that we're doing. Often people say, if we keep doing the same thing, we're going to get the same results. And that is so true. We have to change something. So if we're looking for a new relationship, perhaps we've got to get out there more if we're currently just staying inside. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe we have been going out there on dates and maybe we should just spend more time with ourselves. It could be action within our careers, coming up with some great new ideas, but implementing them, making those phone calls, sending those emails. We've got to take some action steps at the end of this week. Another interesting thing about this card is there's a black and white horse. This, we could say is like yin and yang, the masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves coming into alignment. So we are receptive to getting new things into our life and to receive, but we're also being productive and pushing that the energy forward. So it's this push and pull of like a flow. Could also be our conscious and subconscious mind coming together, where and when that happens, amazing things happen. Our eyes, for example, we don't see all that is around us. So, for example, you could be looking at me right now and focusing on me, but your subconscious mind will notice that there's flowers in the background or an angel in the background of this video. Our subconscious mind sees all, but it's not, our conscious mind isn't always aware of it. And this is why in our dreams, we often have things happen and we think, wow, what was that about? But a lot of the time, it is our subconscious mind making sense of what is going on in our lives. So those things coming together so that we consciously start to unpick our subconscious. Sounds a bit convoluted, but when we do that, amazing things can happen because we find really deep realizations about ourselves. 1 and 7 is number 17. That adds up to the number 8. 8 is the number of infinity. It is everlasting. It is longevity. So these action steps that we're taking in this new project or new chapter of our lives could really have a lot of longevity if we do put those steps in. So just to recap, we may be feeling a bit envious at the start of the week, but we've got to raise our vibration in order to just fly past that. We all have that feeling sometimes. We're human beings. We're not these perfect creatures. We're all going to feel envy sometimes, especially in this day and age of social media. But it's important that we just take some steps to relieve that a little bit. Abundance of some kind in the middle of the week. It'd be really interesting to see what comes up for you. And at the end of the week, those action steps are needed. So I hope that you've enjoyed the reading this week. Thank you so much for joining me here. It means the world to me that you tune in. And until we speak again next week, I'm sending you so much love. Lots of love, Alyssa.